Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play through a song called Losing My Religion by R.E.M. And it starts out with a really cool little mandolin solo, and you can kind of back that up with the guitar, and I'm kind of shifting things by octave here. But you can play 3rd fret on the B string, open E, and then 3rd on the B string, and then 2nd fret on the G string, and then we play some more G string, and then go to open G, and then back to 2nd fret on the G string, and then we kind of start that lick over again. 3 0 3 2 2 2 2 0 2 2 2 3 0 3 2 2 2 2 0 2 2 2 3 0 3 2 2 2 2, and then you may want to kind of work a slide actually from that 2nd fret of the G string on to the 4th fret of the kind of A B note. So going D E D A G A D E D A G A D E D A G A D E D A B slide, if you want to kind of work that around that. And the chords that would kind of back up that lick kind of on our intro and also kind of on our chorus tag would start on an F major chord. And when we play F major, if you know the bar F major, you do your 1st finger across the entire 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the A string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the D string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now a good substitute for that, if you're just starting out, is something called F major 7. And the way you play F major 7, 1st finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G string on the 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the D string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7 chord. It sounds really happy in a groovy way. And then from F major 7, we go to an A minor chord, and we play A minor. 1st finger stays on the B string 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D string 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the G string on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really sad. And then from the A minor, we're going to be going back to our F major, and then another F major, and then we go back to our A minor, but then we go to a G major chord, and we play G major. 1st finger goes to A on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret, and 3rd finger on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now a lot of times with a song like this though, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the F major 7 and just tried that. I like to have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we're going to do that a lot to get used to that with the right hand. And if we tried that through our intro, we'd have F, down, up, down, F, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, F, down, down, up, down, F, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, 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 G, down, 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 up. And then from there, they'll be going into our verse part. And our verse starts on A minor. And then from the A minor, we're going to an E minor chord, and we play E minor. 1st finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the D string on the 2nd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really sad. We end up repeating that A minor to E minor change 3 times, and then at the very end we go to a D minor chord, and we play D minor. 1st finger goes to the high E on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G string on the 2nd fret, and then the 3rd or the 4th finger on the B string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that gives you your clearest sound, and that's called D minor. It sounds really sad. And then from the D minor, we go to a G major chord, and we kind of do another G. So we try our verse with our strum pattern. We'd have A minor, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, E minor, down, 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 E minor, down, 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 A minor, E minor, E minor. Exactly the same progression. Now one other thing I would think about adding to the song though is bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, you can throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the A minor, you'd have the A string for your bass, string for the bass. On the F bar, you'd have the low E string for your bass. On the F major 7, you'd have the D for your bass. On the D minor chord, you'd have the D string for your bass. And on the G, we'd have the low E string for the bass. So we tried our chorus with a bass down, up, down, up. We'd have A minor with an A bass down, up, down, A minor with an A bass down, up, down, B minor with an A bass down, up, down, B minor with an A bass down, up, down, A minor with an A bass down, up, down, B minor with an A bass down, up, down, B minor with an A bass, B minor with an A bass, A minor with an A bass, A minor with an A bass, E minor with an A bass, E minor with an A bass, B minor with a D bass, D minor with a D bass, G with a E bass, G with a E bass. And then from there, we go into a chorus tag that's very much like our intro. So we tried that with a bass down, up, down, up. We'd have F with the bass down, up, down, F with the bass down, up, down, B minor with an A bass down, up, down, B minor with an A bass down, up, down, F with the bass down, up, down, F with the bass down, up, down, B minor with an A bass, G with the E bass. And then from there, we'd be going back into our verse part. So we've got the A minor, E 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 minor, A minor with A bass, E 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 minor with E bass, G with E bass, G with E bass. And then from there, we'd be going into our next verse. So we'd just be repeating that A minor, A minor, E minor with E bass, E minor with E bass, E minor with A bass, E minor with A bass, E minor with E bass, E minor with E bass, E minor with A bass, E minor with A bass, E minor with E bass, chorus tag. So we're back F, A minor, A bass, F for the bass, F for the bass, A minor with A bass, G with the bass. And then from there, we'll be going into our bridge part. Now our bridge has this really cool little lick too, where you could take 12th on the high E, and kind of play 4 of those, and then 10th fret on the high E 4 times. Maybe a couple more. And then we go to 8th fret, 1, 2, 3, and then we go to the 5th fret on the high E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So it's kind of a 3 plus 5 thing. So you got 12, 10, 8, 5. Kind of that 12th fret, 10, 8th fret, 5th fret. Now the chords you can kind of hear backing up that lick though, kind of start on the A minor, and then we go to a G major chord, and it almost kind of feels like downs through that part of the song. F major, G major, but then we go to a C major chord, and when you play C major, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string on the 2nd fret, third finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. And if you show them the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the C major, we go to a D minor, and then we go back to C major, and then D minor, and kind of at the end of that. Now, if you wanted to just fill up that time, you could also work just down, down, up, or bass, down, up, down, up. And on the C, you'd have the A string for your bass. So we tried that with a bass, down, up, down, up. Then A minor with an A bass, G with low E bass, F bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, D minor with an E bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, D minor with an E bass, down, down. And then from there, we'll be going into our next chorus part. So we've got A minor down, down, A minor with an A bass, down, down, D minor with an E bass, down, down, D minor with an E bass, down, down, A minor with an E bass, 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 days, melancholy days. our outro chorus tag. And on our outro chorus tag, we do the F, F, A minor 3 times before we go to our F, F, A minor, G. So we have the F, A minor, our outro, and our outro is just all around the A minor, but there's this cool little lick that kind of comes in right there where you could play the open E string, and we do that a lot. Kind of back up those A minors through that part. And then there's this cool little tag lick where we play a high E, 3rd on the B, 1st on the B, 2nd on the G, 3rd on the B, 1st on the B, 2nd on the G, 1st on the B string, and then back to 2nd fret on the G. So you'd have the E, and at the end you got that E, D, C, A, D, C, A, C, A. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Losing My Religion by R.E.M. So good luck!